I dreamed that I had a dream that Tracee came over with something, and at the door, she lifted her hand and apologized, and there were small objects, and in the dream I wasn't sure what the objects were, I don't think. But she had blue hair, and the house that I was in was more like hers, like our roles were reversed. And she had on a white fur coat, not long shaggy fur, but like short fur, though not cheaply made, and a cropped shirt. And I told her how good she looked, and she said that she couldn't love me because she couldn't love herself, and she cried. So I held her and told her that was okay. And then, I don't remember some stuff, or time skips, and we're sitting in this room here, and just kissing on the mouth, just very innocently, like just a kiss. We'd been talking, and my mom peeked in, and it was like that kind of ceased the dream, and I woke up and was like, oh, what an interesting dream. And then also, like, being aware that it was a prophetic dream, and that I was expecting this to happen. And so, at some point, Tracee does show up at my house, and this time it's 9131, and she has stuff to say, but she's all flustered, and it's certainly not the easy, like, humble manner that she came to me in the dream, but she's trying to apologize, and she gets frustrated and leaves, but much later that night comes back, and she's got in her hand, candles, and I'm not sure how many candles there are, but there's a full candle, less full candle, less full candle, less full candle, and like it goes down to a candle about yay big. And that's what she has in her hands. That's what she lifts up and drops into my hands in real life when she's standing on the porch, and it has something to do with sleep. She says, this is because I know you need sleep, or this is for your sleep, or it's to represent sleep, or it's, this is obviously a world where magic is much more apparent, and it's like, even though she hasn't been in my life, she's been, burning candles for me. Which is interesting because Tracee used to sleep a whole lot, and I think that was because she was a lucid dreamer, and I always loved to hear what she dreamed about, but it was like she was sleeping for me. And I'm, chronic insomniac, and I probably just because of my mom's prying eyes, we stepped out onto the porch, and there's like 3 feet of porch space, and then like a 5-foot drop at 9131, and we embrace, and the awkwardness is over, and she doesn't have blue hair. Oh, she just looks like normal Tracee. And the railing falls as we lean against it, and as we're falling, I meet her eyes, and I tell her that we should, we should fly now. And what happens is a very slow motion fall with, like, just skimming the ground and bouncing over into the grass on the other side of the driveway. And as I'm telling her that we should fly now, she's doing it more successfully than I am, which is interesting because I'm in dreams typically just like flying, just like take off and do it. So that in the dream was even like, oh, what a beautiful thing to see, what a beautiful experience to not be the adept, you know? And as we land, the time sort of speeds up again, and we roll in the grass. And then there's these other people there. There's this girl there, and she's got black hair and blue eyes, short, straight black hair, and blue eyes, and she's upset about something. Like, we're not supposed to be doing something, but we don't really understand what's going on with her. I know there's some awareness of jewelry, and Tracee and I are well, we'd always planned to have a store together and make and sell things, but there's something going on with jewelry, and I'm not sure what that is now that I'm awake. Foster really roused me from my sleep, and I'm upset with him for that, but at least I'm capturing this. So there's that girl there, and she's mad, but as we look past her in the middle of the street, there's a giant piano, and the piano is present in like the form of like moving neon outline, and then it's very black. It's very dark at night. She came over much later with the candles, and where I'm like, do you see that? And she's like, yeah, you see that too. And we're amazed that we see this. It's a giant piano in the middle of the street, and there's other things on it. I don't know what they are, or if they are even things that exist to be described, but it's a very elaborate piano. Not a grand piano, but a large piano, and has a bench, and the bench is low enough. We run over and climb onto it, and once we're on the piano, it's like day has started, or day had already started, and there's just some discontinuous way that we're interacting with this neon piano, and there's cars going by and honking, and the girl with black hair and blue eyes is getting really angry, and she's trying to get us, I think. And I'm not sure how we go from here to there, but from here to where we go, it I think it just happens instantaneously. We're in like a big marketplace, and we're running from this girl in a marketplace, and Tracee's far ahead of me, and I turn the corner, and the girl is there, and she oh, I forgot to mention earlier when we encountered her, she tried to like do something like with her mind, and I like countered the attack with my mind, and her eyes changed from blue to green, and she was pissed and surprised that I was even able to do that. So she's got some animosity towards me already. So when I turn the corner and she comes up on me, she's got like this like psychic salad tongs, and what she's trying to do is like rip a cat from my arms, and I basically like wring her neck with my mind and get away. And then it's like it's like that was a dream, but not. And Tracee and I are in school in class, sitting across from each other, at like a quad of tables. But there's only 3 people at the quad. There's a guy sitting next to her. His name is Mike, but I don't know. I don't know who this person is. And we're talking about what we experienced, and we're like, okay, it's like we can't really deny that that happened, and it's definitely not a dream. And we're sitting here in class, and talking about the jewelry, and I don't know what significance the jewelry has, but Tracee has some like lucite cube with 3 things in it, and what I have is like a sculpted clay figure of a woman or something, and the clay is still soft. So as we're talking about all this mic is listening, which we're not even aware that this mic is listening, and he moves around and sits by me, and he's like, okay, I've just heard the story, and now I really like want to be talking to you guys, like what the fuck is going on, like this is crazy, like how are you even like having a conversation about this, like you're not crazy people. And we explained to him like very rationally that we do like create our reality, and that like what we desire is to like adventure together. And at some point he takes the necklace that I'm wearing, he bends it, and he's like, see, it has no power, it's not magical. And I got really angry at that, and as I'm trying to fix it, I actually like improved it and was like, oh, now it looks even better. So I was mad at him, and then was like, see, everything happens for a reason. You did that, and now like that enabled me to fix it and actually improve it. It looks better now. And the I'm not sure what I said or what he said, but at some point during this exchange between us and Mike, um, I I like I pull power on him, and he must have like threatened me or something, or insulted me, or been like, you're not gonna do that. And we were perhaps talking about how to defeat this, whatever this like seemingly like team of entities is doing, because there's certainly like things backing this girl, the girl with the black hair and the eyes that changed colors when she got angry. um but they're like shadows. They're like shadows in the dream and shadows in my memory now. Um, as I think of them, they retreat in a forest, in a dark forest. So there's that. And he's like, you couldn't possibly do this, and he must have threatened to like tell someone that we're being crazy, or we were gonna skip class to go do something, and I don't think I stood up, but definitely like pulled power on him, and met his eyes and was like, and as it is so often in dreams, that I am from the perspective of myself and the perspective outside of myself, as I used to live this everyday reality, in fact. But perhaps this would be more relatable to people in dreams, the additional perspective of the experience. So as I'm without myself, not viewing the situation from my own eyes, my eyes turn gray and black, and I might have stood up a little bit, like lifted my butt off my seat, but there's definitely like a rise, and I become like a force to be reckoned with, and I get really close in Mike's face, and I don't remember exactly what I said, but I said, "You don't know me very well, and I've been very nice, and you know me to be very nice. You do not want to fuck with me." And basically, like, I will do anything. I can do absolutely anything. And I think what I said was that I would go sit on the floor in the rush of class change without being touched, without being disturbed. Just go sit on the floor and be as though a rock in the water, and that he really shouldn't fuck with me, and he like got something at that point, and it clicked with him, and then Tracee is out of the picture, or maybe in the back seat, and I'm just not interacting with her. The next thing that I can remember from the dream, and there is much more, this is just what I can remember from the dream, because my cat woke me up, is where, like at a fast food place, getting something like french fries, but not french fries, and this fast food place is set up in a very interesting manner. They actually like drive a small car, like kind of similar to a smart car, out to you and deliver the food to your car from their car. And we're getting our food delivery, and it's like this Mike has become an ally, and he understands something that now I don't even understand. And then I started to become awake, and the cat was making noise, so I just have gone over the dream, and these are the most vivid things. This is what I've retained, as I've had to yell at the cat and stop him from scratching at the door. So at some point I might remember what we were talking about in the car, but I don't now. So dream within a dream, and then I woke up, but not any ordinary dream by any stretch of the imagination. The end.